Step into the unknown with Hauntings in the Valley, a spine-tingling journey into the supernatural, masterfully reimagined by the renowned Dr. Edwin Dark. Drawing inspiration from the mystique of Victorian seances, this exclusive attraction promises an unforgettable night filled with paranormal intrigue and otherworldly encounters. An evening of supernatural activities, the night unfolds with a series of eerie and fascinating paranormal activity culminating in a thrilling dark seance. Exclusive access. Your ticket is a passport to the world beyond the veil. Please note, space is unlimited to preserve the intimacy and intensity of the experience. We're open Fridays and Saturdays from 4 p.m. until 10 p.m. at 2495 Soho Road, Suite 5 inside the Maggie Town Center, Maggie Valley, North Carolina. Shows are by reservation only. And are limited to 4 guests per show. We're waiting for you here at Hauntings in the Valley. Always remember, we'll be lurking for you.
Just put the gun down before you kill someone.
Teenage Girl's Diary.
Hello, and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And we're the
Newlydeads.
Oh, look at that.
I tried to time it.
Yes. And if this is your first time watching, welcome. This is a half-hour chat show where Mr. Newlydad and I talk about a movie that we watched. Usually it's the night before. And this is also streaming on your favorite podcast place. We usually upload it to Spotify, and I know that they share it at different places. So
they're very giving.
Yes. So you can also listen to us instead of watching.
And while you're there, leave us a review.
Please,
it really helps us.
Thank you.
And like us and follow us and all that stuff. And
we're not good at this.
Preferably 5 stars, but whatever you feel is appropriate.
Just give us all the stars.
Give us all your stars.
Yes. So our show is, like I said, a chat show. And what we do is we review a movie. And the movie usually has some criteria. Mm-hmm. So it either needs to be a found movie, or we can rent it somewhere or purchase it in the wild. But it has to be under $5. It has to be a horror-themed, sci-fi-ish, mystery, thrillery kind of movie. And that's it.
That's pretty much the criteria.
Yep.
And
so we watch it and then we talk about it a little bit.
This is the part where we talk about it because we already did and watched it.
Yes. And if this is Wednesday night and it is 6:30 p.m. Central Time, we might be in the chat.
We try to.
YouTube or Roku?
YouTube or Tingler
Television.
But as soon as we are available on Roku, again, if you are a follower of our Facebook page, I'm in constant chatter with the people who are running Tingler Television, our lovely host Eulogy and Duke. So as soon as I know, you will know. So check there early and check there often. And I also want to, just before I forget, thank Anne for the movie.
Yeah.
Because we got this donated to us because,
yes.
If you want to give us movies, we'll take that too. So we got some old stack of horror movies that you're like, man, these are garbage. I don't ever want to watch them. Maybe the Newlydeads will take them. Hit us up at contact@thenewlydeads.com. Maybe we'll take them off your hands for you.
Yes.
Donation to a good cause.
Thank you, Anne. She's my coworker. I appreciate you.
So.
Yes. Yeah. So should we talk about what we watched this week?
Oh, right. I thought it was already time for the.
No, it's not.
I got ahead of myself.
Got to do the synopsis.
Got to talk about the synopsis.
So this week we watched Navy SEALs versus Demons.
Big old V.
Navy SEALs v. Demons. Although Joel kept saying versus zombies because they also produced a movie called Navy SEALs versus Zombies.
With one of the actors is the same, but not the same character. And the other one actually had a couple of name actors in it. This one, not so much that you know. No.
This picture on the cover didn't happen.
The picture is very misleading, but we'll get to that.
Okay, let me read the synopsis. Before I start that, I mean, Joel's probably going to say this too, but like the place that distributed, is it the distributor or the production, whatever, like the movie place is called Rip Boxers Entertainment. That the producer.
I assume it's like ITN distribution.
Yes, just distributed. That's what I was. That's the word.
Or the distributor.
Distributed.
One or the other.
Very funny. I don't know why. I think that's hilarious, but it is.
Because that's what happens when you don't replace your undershorts, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Or you're just very active in your undershorts.
Okay. You ready for this? This is your favorite part.
Is it?
It's my favorite part. Jack County was like any other Texas town in the Bible Belt. It was a place where your soul meant more than your paycheck and where the little things in life mattered most. Churches were as common as gas stations. The corner store, the local watering hole, and the barber shop were where friendly neighbors convened until demons from hell showed up and took over the entire town. Now there's no stopping them, and if they can take over Jack County, what's next? But when a group of Navy SEALs are sent undercover and enlist the help of local bikers to take the town back, it's a race against the clock to save Jack County and the rest of humanity. And all hell is about to break loose. Wow. Whoever wrote that.
Really had an imagination. And Shaggy even
hands.
Contributed because he did the sound of the oncoming apocalypse by shaking. He shook everything.
Lots of run-on sentences there.
Yeah, they were dreaming big. Let's put it that way. They were dreaming big. They were batting for the fences.
Yep.
Sometimes you might even make it.
All right. So now that we've read the synopsis, I feel very strongly that we should let them take a peek at the glory hole. The glory of Navy SEALs v. Demons. Did we pull up the trailer?
Yeah, where's it coming from? I assume hell because, demons. So.
Hi. Thank you, trailer. Hopefully it's going to beep beep at me.
Well, now it has to because you asked.
Beep beep.
And now you imitated it, so it's going to happen again.
All right, so we're going to be pausing and we'll be right back.
Jack County, Texas. People are dying. And you can help.
You should leave. Don't do that. I am most eager to say hello.
And we're back. And I know if you're listening to this, you can't see it, but I highly recommend that you check this out somewhere on our Facebook or YouTube.
It'll be on probably
something.
YouTube, but if not, let us know. We'll send you a photo or something.
My stepkid, Joel's oldest child, bought our dogs flower costumes, and Bailey's shivering and shaking because he got a haircut. So I thought he needed to be warm, so I've got his flower outfit on. So I have a flower boy sitting on my lap now.
Shaggy's got one too, but Shaggy's not cold. And the thing is it's almost 60 out today, so I don't know why he's shivering, but it might be because,
it's cold in here.
Laura just got home and he's a little excited. Who knows?
It's cold in here.
So
lay down.
I have notes as per the usual. On the notes this week, I drew a demon. I drew that pig lady demon leader person, and I drew a catfish because they mentioned the word catfish at one point, and I went,
"Can I see the catfish?"
I'm gonna draw a catfish.
Oh,
it's from the top. It's got whiskers.
At first, when I looked at it, it looked like 2 eyes, a nose, and a weird mouth at the bottom, like where the tail is.
Yeah.
So I was like,
weird indeed. So I take notes, and these notes will be seen soon as Mrs. Newlydead is putting something together for the 1-year anniversary, which is coming up very, very soon. More to come on that, but by the time you see this, you'll have already heard about it, and probably will be almost to the end of this whole thing. Actually, we will be to the end of this whole thing because next week is the actual thing. So I'm going to stop and rewind. Okay, so for this movie, Navy SEALs V Demons, which it says V, not versus. This is from 2017, currently sitting at 4.2 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database.
What was it?
4.2.
0.2.
This is directed by Jeff Reyes, who is known for a movie called Zulu 6, some shorts, and some music stuff, like music video stuff. The end. So 2 movies to his credit.
Lots of music.
Lots of music and other stuff. This is written by not 1, not 2, but 3 different people. First, it's written by A.K. Waters, who is known for Texas Zombie Wars Dallas, this, and Zulu 6. See a connection there? Charles Roy, who is known for this movie, Zulu 6, and Uno short film. So again, noticing a trend. And lastly, Carrie Patton, who is known for 9 Line, not Lives, not the number 9 Line, Dark of Light, this, and a movie called American Warfighter. Just sounds like a movie that like some like overly stimulated teenage boy was like, wrote after he stopped playing with his G.I. Joes or whatever. And he's like, I'm going to write a movie and call it American Warfighter. It sounds cool. There's lots of bazookas and submachine guns. And
like he just picked a dictionary and just like chose some words.
The manliest words he could think of. So this stars Natasha Hall, who is known for Fun Size Horror Volume 1, which I've heard of, but I've not seen. Sounds like a Laura thing, though. Game Night, which we own. It's on the shelf. We've watched it several times, including with the kids. Fun movie. And a movie called 420. Don't know what that's about. Some random date people put. I don't know.
Funny.
I don't know. Tim Abel, who was in Mega Shark versus Colossus, which Mega Shark, of course, is a giant shark, and Colossus is like a giant, like golem robot type thing.
We haven't watched that.
Nope.
We've seen Mega Shark.
It's an asylum, but we've not seen that one. Circus Kane, not Candy Cane, not Circus, something else.
So like Citizen Kane, but circus.
Maybe instead of Rosebud, it's like Rose. I don't know. And Dick Dixter.
Honky Honky Bud. Horn Bud.
Honky Bud. Yeah, Dick Dixter.
Dick Dixter is a movie?
Mm-hmm.
Dick Dixter?
I think it's a short film, but it's, Dick Dixter. I couldn't pass it up because the name was just silly. And finally, Mikel Vega. The reason I put Mikel Vega here is because Mikel Vega was in all 3 of these films. He was in Texas Zombie Wars Dallas, Texas Zombie Wars El Paso Outpost, and Texas Zombie Wars Titan Base. And then he was in a movie called Hellfire. So there's a Texas zombie war movies out there that apparently only happen in Texas, I guess. I don't know. But they're affiliated with this. So at that point, I take these notes, I crumple them up, we turn off the camera, and we go have dinner. No, actually, my wife turns to me and she says,
"What'd you think?"
And I say, well, let's talk about it, I guess. Sorry, Anne. We're about to poop on your parade. Or maybe that was the
she
idea.
knows.
Maybe,
she knows that they're not like,
maybe you shouldn't like it to begin with. And she's like,
probably.
that way I don't have to like donate it to Goodwill and never be allowed back.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't
that bad.
So first of all, it wasn't scary.
No.
We rarely get scared by things anyways.
I think the scariest thing in the whole movie was the fact that that woman's pasties were not on very good. And so they looked really wrinkly and weird. So they looked malformed or something. And it was a little off-putting. Not really off-putting. That's not the right word. But it was, I'm joking.
She had side boob.
There was side boob and pasties at the strip club. But it was just kind of funny because they didn't look great. Rush job, maybe. It was funny because right at the beginning of the movie, I turned to Laura and I said, did we write this script and just forget about it? Because it just seemed like...
Yeah, he was like, and then they are going to say this, and then we're going to say that, and then they're going to say this. And he was just like spot on.
We were quoting it for a while there at the beginning.
It's pretty funny.
She got a kick out of the names of the main characters.
Whiskey Sauce, and he started calling him Whisk. And I was like, are they going to go pick up spatula? Like spoon or something? Yeah. Frying pan.
The main guy was Lieutenant Carr, Carr. And then they went and picked up Ander, a.k.a. Red. As in, I think they were alluding to...
Like a redneck.
Like a redneck thing.
Yeah, he said some kind of like racist stuff in the beginning, but he was like joking.
Yeah.
So, like they're all friends or whatever, but ha ha ha.
Because Whiskey Sauce was black, and so he was making, pretty racist comments, and you're like, oh, that's not good. And then they're like, oh, it's just the way they joke, I guess. It was...
They were Navy SEALs.
And Ander was not. Yeah, they were former Navy. I'm assuming they were retired. One of the guys was in jail when they found him, but he wasn't in jail because of, he wasn't like an MP. Like, they didn't take him in because he misconduct. I think he was just there because he was drunk and disorderly or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there was when he was gathering his team of these three guys, he asked the guy, he's like, I told you we're going to go fight demons, right? And the guy's like, humans, babies, hamsters, it's all the same to me. I'll be a Ghostbuster. I'm like, what is this dialogue?
It's weird.
What does that mean? He's going to murder babies and hamsters? And
all the same to him.
Nobody wants to murder hamsters or babies unless they're psychopaths.
He said humans?
Babies and hamsters. So
are babies not human?
Not in this world. Demons exist and humans are not babies, and babies are not.
I just thought it was so funny because they've got this dossier thing or whatever from like the government, and they're like, you need to read that first before you like say anything or whatever. And so he's like, all right. So he's like reading this dossier thing, and it's like, well, we're going to fight demons, I guess.
There's even a picture of one of them that had black eyes and looked like he had horns, and I'm like, okay.
It was just so nonchalant, like, oh yeah, duh. We're gonna go fight some demons. Like, what?
And then you had a sheriff that's like, here's the
you couldn't understand him.
And this is the guy that was the most accomplished actor in the film. Like, he had credits out the wazoo dating back to like the 80s. I think.
But they were bad, weren't they?
Well, originally he was in some pretty big name movies with some actual like Charlie Sheen and some other people. But then
sideways.
As it went further into it, it got more and more into questionable territory. And it may be because he was like, he's in a love story, and he was in a movie with, Julia Roberts, and he's trying to profess his love, and he's like, heard the bird, the birds is a particular. And she's like, what? He's like, there's a bird.
It's gone on way too long.
The joke has gone on too far. Yeah. When he goes to the strip club and he meets this woman who's like, you know, how she's gonna rock his world, and then they turn on the music or whatever, and it's like Rob Zombie at half speed. It wasn't actually Rob Zombie, but it sounded like somebody was a big Rob Zombie fan. But
she just kept smoking and blowing it in his face, and like half-ass smoking. I was like, okay, like first of all, when was this? And he's like 2017. I was like, okay, they for sure can't smoke in bars.
There was a lot of, they were even smoking in the military base where they had all the drones they were flying around.
This guy just lights up a cigarette, and I'm just like, what land?
He's in a U.S. military compound, and he's just like,
yeah.
We're like, this is 1964. You're not in the bank line, dude.
No,
come on.
She just kept smoking cigarette after cigarette. And I was just like, okay, whatever. You do you, baby.
Yeah. And incidentally, they had drones, and this was the way that they made sure that the military guys that were apparently on a separate sound stage or set that weren't in the same state, who knows, could be involved in this, is that they had the drones flying over so they could see what was going on. And then that way they could interact, but they never really interacted too much with the guys on the ground. And at one point they're like, the drone's only got 22% left. And they're like, well, you got to turn it around or it's not going to make it back. And then they turn it around.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah. Within 2 seconds, it ran from 22% power to zilch.
And it what, blew up? It was like a full-ass plane.
Then it crashed and burned. It was just a little drone.
It looked like a full-ass plane.
Well, then you said they must have like a box of drones. I'm like, band name called it.
Yeah.
Box of drones.
Well, not only that, but it's just like, okay, so they're flying this drone constantly around, just like watching everything, and they can see the tiniest, like minute little details. And they're like, oh, look, the demons saw us. It was 3 demons. They're standing underneath an awning kind of thing. And they're like, oh, the demons all went like this and looked up, and they're like, they saw us. And I'm just like, how would you see that? It's nighttime. You're like way up in the sky. Like, there's no way the drone that they were using is that high powered.
And how are they going to know whether you're the U.S. military? Anyway, the drones were not marked. They were just white drones. Oh, hi. Yeah, it was very strange. And I didn't understand the logic other than just to get them into the film. They kept referring to the guys as door kickers, and I guess that's because they're supposed to be badasses that kick down doors and take names or something, I guess.
There was this one part in the beginning when he went and found whiskey at the bar, or no, in the bathroom, sorry.
Whiskey dick.
Whiskey, yeah.
It's whiskey sauce. I just kept referring to him as whiskey dick.
So yeah, whiskey sauce is sitting there peeing and like, like whatever, spitting his chew. Yeah. And then so he gets him to go into the truck or whatever, and like there's, I don't know, like a good chunk of dialogue where it just shows a montage of him bitching in the back seat about how he doesn't have any leg room. I was like,
they're driving in like a Ford Festiva type thing. Like it's a really small car.
It was a truck.
Was it? It was a small truck,
but it had a short back seat, like there's not much room in the back seat.
It was very small.
And all he's doing is just bitching the entire time about how much, he doesn't have any leg room.
And incidentally, the stripper lady that was kind of an integral part of the story because of her daughter, we're pretty sure she didn't either ever smoke or didn't know how to smoke because she was having trouble with figuring out how to work that.
She was kind of like putting it in her mouth and just going.
And then the whiskey who was...
I'm an ex-smoker, so it's like I understand,
Whiskey who was chewing, if you've ever known somebody who chews tobacco, which it's not real common anymore like it used to be, and depending on what part of the country you're from. But, most of the time it's a pretty big, like, spit. I can't even do it because I don't have enough spit right now. But he was like not even... and he wasn't even spitting in a can or nothing. He's just walking along in the bathroom. He's like... I'm like, what, does he have something in his lips? Has he got like a little bit of food in there or something? He's like, it's not what you do.
No.
I know better, sir.
I will say that the movie was entertaining in the fact that like him and I were just like laughing at it. So it was comical and silly and, that kind of thing. So
we didn't fall asleep.
No, I didn't. I kind of lost interest at the end though.
Well, yeah. And the ending itself, I just wrote in big giant letters, dumb.
Yeah.
Because it was
dumb.
Question before we get to the final thoughts here. would you watch Navy SEALs versus Zombie
Well, yeah,
or V Zombies?
we've got to.
Like I said, it's not a direct sequel. It's
No,
not
I know. I said
tied
it was
to
produced by the people
It's
that did it.
one actor is in it that's in both. I don't know if there's other ones, but I only noticed one of the three is in it. It'd be better now if they would have had the same three guys in both movies, made it like a franchise type situation. That might have worked.
Maybe.
But we also, I had a suggestion that what they should have done, because why are you going to get three washed up Navy SEALs to do this? Because they make it look like, they're actually sending in like the badass, like best of the best Navy SEALs that, do all the covert operations and the ones you imagine coming out of the water and the frog suit with their guns and their laser sights and all that stuff. That would have been a better movie. Like there's a team that's on a remote island and they're going in to like take down a drug cartel, and they show up in the drug cartel. Most of the people are dead. There's only a few people that are still there. And they're all have been killed by demons, and the Navy SEALs are trapped. And so they have to fight their way out to escape. And then they have to team up with the drug cartel, which the guys that are left from that, like 5 or 10 guys that are left of the drug cartel, are just there for like cannon fodder. I mean, they all die by the end, except for one girl that's there that falls in love with him, and they go off and have demon babies. But I think that would have been a better movie in terms of like selling that. And this, it should have been, ex-Navy SEAls versus zombies, or just
old man.
Yeah, like the VFW versus the zombies. Which VFW is a great film, by the way. If you haven't seen it, it's fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was really good, actually.
But this they should have done something different with the title. But anyway, okay, so
on a scale of 0, or we'll just say out of 5, because it can go lower than 0. Whiskeys. Let's just say whiskey dicks. No, because he likes to put a picture up there.
I can't put that up there.
No,
I can put a whiskey up there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hate to say this, and again, Anne, I'm sorry. Thank you for the contribution. Please don't stop that from doing any further if you wish to. And we got more from her, but
yeah, please.
I gave it a half. I'm going to give it a half.
Yeah, I'll give it a 1.
You're so generous.
Oh, we had fun watching it.
We did, but that ending was
until the end. It got really boring.
There were problems. There were lots of problems. I mean, for the sake of the jokes that we've gotten out of it, that's all I can really give it is a half because of that. So
yeah. Well, if they don't want to watch this movie instead, what would you recommend for them to watch instead?
I'm doing something I've never done before, and I'm recommending 2 movies.
Whoa.
Dose movies. Yep. Sorry, I hit my arm here. Now Bailey thinks there's someone at the door. So this is my logic here, and I think I recommended one of these before, perhaps. But the first movie I want to recommend is 1990's Navy SEALs. And the second movie I want to recommend is 1985's Demons, or Demone, if you're in Italy.
I get what you're doing there.
Navy SEALs and Demons, 2 different movies.
Not fighting each other.
Are both Demons I've grown to love over the years. I've always thought it was okay, but the more I've seen it, the more I love it. Navy SEALs I've only seen once when I was in high school, and it has the best driving sequence in a Jeep that you'll ever see, in which Michael Biehn and Charlie Sheen are driving somewhere, and they're driving the Jeep like this. Meanwhile, the Jeep is straight, it's not like curving all over the road. They're not trying to get away. They're just driving and talking to get somewhere, and he's doing the steering wheel like this. I'm like, did anybody tell them that that's how you're supposed to drive? Anyway. So yeah, Navy SEALs, and then watch them back to back. So you can say, and now I'm going to put Navy SEALs versus Demons and see which one's better. There you go.
Yeah. And then, so I'm going to blow up some Navy SEAls here.
Boy.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, you even got Shaggy's attention on that one. He went.
So yeah, look at him. He's still looking at it. He's like, what is happening down there with the Navy SEAls? Oh, it's the demons.
Still on fire, apparently, or something.
It's been on fire for a hot minute. He's like, look at that fire.
Whoa.
So if they don't, or no, sorry, I already did that. What are we watching next week?
Next week, kids, we were just talking about this earlier, and I guess, let the bag out of the cat. But
bag out of the cat.
Next year is our 1-year anniversary show.
Oh yeah.
We are going to be watching 1988's trauma masterpiece, The Newlydeads. Not to be confused with the band.
Not to be confused with me and him.
Not to be confused with us. This is the original movie. that was not where we got our name from. We got our name totally organically, and then found the band and the movie later, and have since married all of that into who we are, kind of.
We were like, really. Oh yeah, let's call ourselves the Newlydeads, and we like looked it up, and we're like, we didn't even see the band at that point.
Oops.
Or the movie, and like we were just looking to see if there was a Newlydeads.com.
Like if there was a YouTube channel or something that
and then we didn't even think to look up
check trademark situation.
Yeah.
But since there's a band and a movie, it doesn't relate to content creators, which is what we are. And also,
and we're the Newlydeads.
Correct. The movie is just getting a release on Blu-ray from TerraVision, which kudos to them, boutique Blu-ray label. In contact with them, I've become friendly with them. I got a subscription to them. You'll see that subscriber box video is coming up, or if it hasn't already dropped, it'll be coming soon. So check the YouTube channel, in which I didn't get the movie yet, but it's literally getting released on the 28th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time you see this, we'll have watched the film. We can talk about it. And if you like what you hear and you want to pick it up, you'll be able to buy it on Blu-ray directly from TerraVision. So
awesome. Oh, we almost hit Jack.
I almost blew up Jack's.
That would have been sad.
Fish tank. I couldn't think of the word.
So I know you talked about the YouTubes and stuff like that, but where can they find us?
They can find us at thenewlydeads.com. I always do this, but sometimes it doesn't actually go scrolling across. But we'll be there. You can find everything you want to know about us, except our like shoe size. I don't think that's on there, or our clothing sizes. But you can find all of our information: YouTube channel, blog, podcast, links to other places, events that are coming up, the Unearthing Small Business blog posts, my movie reviews, and a bunch of other stuff. So everything you want to know is there, one-stop shop.
Yeah. All right. Well, and until next time, thank you very, very much for watching, and
keep it cheap and creepy.
Bye. Bailey finally laid down, and now I'm going to pick him back up.
Oh.
Where are you going? I'm gonna finish this. Goodbye, Tom.
Look, I have a commitment to the team.
Yeah, well, the teams aren't gonna last forever.
I'm sorry, guys, but I cannot be a part of this funeral procession. I'm out of here. See you later!
Navy SEALs.
Okay, we're bringing you in now.
Sir, here's the confirmation from the owners. SS Carlina Rios expected New Orleans this date 1000 local, coming from Brazil, Central America.
The maid and the quartermaster were at the bow, because from the bow to the bridge is more than 1/8 of a mile.
They were all the way across on the wrong side of the channel.
Something happened. Something strange. The last thing I could make out from the mate was a get away, he said. Get away.
From what?
Don't know. Don't think I want to know.
Do I still give the men shore leave, Captain?
No, feed 'em. Then I want every available hand topside on lookout. We've still got 2 men out there. Mardi Gras and no Mardi Gras.
Julie, you put that away and get yourself over to the church.
Mom, I'm scared.
Of course you are, baby. It's only natural. You got a pretty voice. All you got to do is practice. Now go on. And mind that dress.
Yes, Mom.
Honey, what are you doing home? What's wrong? What is that? What's the matter?
Don't look. They killed Zeph. Poisoned him. They killed my dog.
Oh, I don't believe it.
You would believe it if you could see him all puffed. I'm going to New Orleans.
During Mardi Gras?
That coroner is going to do an autopsy. We're going to have Zeph's blood analyzed to find out what kind of poison killed him. Then I'm coming back here and take every store in this delta apart till I find out who bought that poison. I'm going to feed them some of it.
In close to the bank.
Yes, I see it. Rig out the launch.
tell you this again. Would you take this thing off my desk?
Drop it, sir.
This man wants us to do an autopsy on a dog.
It's not a dog, it's my dog.
And?
And what?
And what makes you think we should do this for you when we don't do it for the man on the street? Because you're the sheriff?
Because he was poisoned, that's why.
Well, a lot of dogs get poisoned, Sheriff.
Well, look, I didn't mean to bully you, but I'd sure appreciate it if you could help me. Just how old are you, anyway?
31.
Isn't that kind of young to be the coroner?
I'm not the coroner. I'm an assistant M.E. I'm stuck here on this terrific holiday. Your friendly neighborhood just made the great doctor.
Are you sure you know what you're doing, Doc?
Well, very few of my patients ever complain.
Can you see the transport of this body yourself?
We'll do our best. If there's any problem, we'll call you.
All right, fair enough. We'll alert the morgue and let them know you're on your way. In your opinion, would you say this man died from drowning?
No. His face and hands are covered with some kind of rash or sores.
All right, thank you for your cooperation. Out. Morgue line's busy, sir. Keep trying. Chief, hold the crew, Chief.
Animal's approximately 5 years old.
6.
Correction, 6 years old. External evidence indicates toxic paralysis. Eyes and head very puffed, even disfigured. Close examination reveals... Funny.
What?
Where you live, do you have any prickly plants and nettles?
Yeah. Got some bushes around there with thorns on them. They grow wild. My wife knows the name of them. I could call her.
Well, wait a minute, we'll see what we've got. Well, you can forget about calling your wife. It's a stinger. Insect.
You mean some kind of bugs killed Zeph?
You really want to watch this? Bees. Your dog's stomach is full of bees.
What time is it? And I'll bet you've got the wrong number.
It's Jeff.
Oh, this better be good.
Well, I didn't want to call you any more than you didn't want me to.
No? You obviously have no idea how much I don't want to hear your voice.
I think I get the picture.
So?
Jenny, I'm on duty. All I need from you is a technical opinion.
Oh, I'm glad you're disturbing my sleep for the use of my brain instead of my...
Jenny, could bees kill a dog?
What?
Could bees kill a dog?
Well, they could, but they wouldn't.
Well, they did.
Just bees?
Just bees.
What, did the dog get into the hive and start eating the honey?
No, there was no hive near where they found him.
So what makes you so sure it was bees?
Because the dog's stomach was filled with them.
Do you have a specimen of these bees that killed the dog?
Dozens.
I'll be in my laboratory in an hour.
Same one?
Yeah. Not everything's changed.
Doctor, I hate to interrupt you again, but you're the only one here. It's all so irregular. I don't know what gets into people. You have to have paperwork when you go to the morgue. There's a death certificate, then there's a police clearance, and then the...
Is this yours?
Not anymore. You have to fill out some papers. Anything you say, Doctor, as long as we don't have to keep it.
You know how it happened?
Nobody knows for sure.
Sheriff? My God.
It's the eeriest, most frightening thing I ever heard. But?
What but?
Look, you guys are right. These bees could be a disaster. But what do you want from the police department?
Well, the coroner's office reports to you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm reporting.
Lieutenant?
Yeah.
It's Brown again.
Tell him no. Look, report to somebody else. Go over my head. Deputy Mayor Pellegrino will be here this afternoon.
Oh, this afternoon?
Yeah.
Well, the bees have already killed possibly 13 people. Now, don't you think they should be protected, people? And warned, don't you think?
Come on, this is Mardi Gras. Look, I'd like to help, but I can't take the I can't take the responsibility of panicking everybody over something I can't do anything about. As soon as Mardi Gras is over, I'll give you all the help I can. Right now, I'd get some proof if I were you. Documented proof. You're gonna need more than 2 glass jars full of bees and some hearsay. No offense, McHugh, but I mean, you don't know for sure those bees are out there killing people, do you?
Just how many dead people would you like for proof?
Listen, McHugh. How many bees are there?
We don't know.
Where are they?
We don't know that either.
You see? Look, I believe you. But I got no men to spare. Document it, and then we'll take it from there.
Lieutenant?
Yeah.
Brown insists.
Tell him no. N-O. No is no.
Well, back to square one.
Yeah.
What about you?
Who, me?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Forget about it? You gonna dive into the magic of Mardi Gras? On the horns and hats, booze, ladies?
Don't tempt me. I don't know. Are you?
Who? I'm going down Tulane. Get these analyzed. Well, you could go out to your parish and look for those bees.
I like your first idea better. Looking for those bees on our own is crazy. Now, why should we?
Well, because we's about all we got. You in?
Yeah, I'm in. That's good.
What do you see?
Standard Italian specimen. And your bee. Similar in all major aspects. Antennae, 12 major segments. Mandible normal. Proboscis a little mangled, but looks the same. Stinger missing.
Try this one.
Same sort of mangling, missing stinger. What makes you think there's something special about this one?
Well, this one came from the stomach of a man.
Jeff, you said a dog.
That was the other one. The man was stung hundreds of times, maybe 1,000. There was enough toxin in him to kill an elephant.
Jeff, there are bees that can kill an elephant. But not bees like that in North America.
Yeah, well, the victim was a mate off a freighter that collided with a banana boat. There's 11 crews still missing from the banana boat and one from the freighter.
Banana boat from where?
Brazil.
Right.
What do you call it?
The National Beestock Center. We knew it had to happen.
What had to happen?
The African.
Makes you nervous, does it?
Well, you might say that.
Yeah, most people feel that way about bees. It's been that way for a million years. Ever since the first man stuck his finger into a hive to get some honey, got himself stung for his troubles. Honey flow good today, Bill?
Fine.
That's a pity, really. People don't realize bees are the best friends they've got. You know, we send queen bees from here to every part of the country, repopulate the hives with them. Then their offspring go about the business of pollination. Of course, without pollination...
Yeah, no crops, no food, I get that. After you, sir.
You know, I've heard a lot about you, Mr. Durant, from Jeannie.
Oh?
You don't seem to me to be a grade A dyed-in-the-wool son of...
Rufus? Rufus never had any doubt they would arrive. The question was when.
We have a videotape here, which I've narrated in order to give the uninitiated some idea of what we're up against.
Well, then you are prepared.
I wouldn't say that, just forewarned. We had, however, hoped for a larger audience.
Caution. Contents of this film are extremely sensitive. This material is not to be shown to the public without the written authorization of the National Bee Center.
In 1956, scores of Brazilians were killed when they were attacked by swarms of the so-called Africanized bee. Dr. Jorge Miller, South America's leading expert on insect genetics, explained the bee's presence in the Western Hemisphere.
The African bee was imported to South America only as an experiment. The attempt was to increase honey production by controlled breeding of the more aggressive African bees with a gentler Italian strain. Through an accident, the experimental colony was released and began uncontrolled crossbreeding with the South American bees. The African genes are very strong. The bees that are produced by the mating are extremely aggressive. I had no idea they would become as savage as they did.
September the 12th, 1965. A swarm of killer bees invaded Rio de Janeiro. The final toll was 82 killed. A country farmer was assaulted so savagely that 80 bees were found in his stomach. A funeral party in Recife was assailed. 300 people were injured. 18 died. An experiment was established to monitor African bee behavior. Apparently, bees detest the colors black and red. The fury of the attack was recorded by a microphone held inside a black bag. Normal protective clothing did not ensure the safety of the cameraman and his assistants. More than 500 stings a minute savaged the bag in which the microphone was placed. The difference between the Italian and African bees is remarkable. Most honeybees attack only to ward off invaders. The Africanized bees attack when annoyed by color or sound. Once an invader has left, Italian honeybees will not continue to swarm in anger. African strain will pursue a quarry for as much as 24 hours.
Well, with that film and the bee specimens, at least we won't have any trouble convincing the government.
I'm afraid it's not that simple. There's no exterior way of telling the Italian from the African. We have to use a computer. Look, this is going to take at least an hour. Why don't you go into town and get some lunch?
Thing is, we don't want to alarm anybody.
Then just what the heck are we doing?
We're only going to suggest that people not take chances.
There's a difference?
We've got to know where those bees are. Now, you tell them if they see anything to give us a call, and we'll be there right away.
And do what?
You think I know?
Oh, I'll just have the mixed plate, glass of wine, coffee later. Where's the swarm now?
Well, as far as we can figure, about 20 miles southeast.
Very close. Well, it's like the devil planted, huh? The bee center is the perfect ready-made breeding ground. That swarm must be destroyed to the last bee. I'll contact Jorge Muller. He claims to have a method by which he can neutralize the Africans. Of course, it'll be no use unless your sheriff, what's his name?
Hugh.
Yeah, unless he can locate the swarm.
But I think he will. And I think when more people know about it.
No, you must promise not to do that. We can't panic people. We're in something of a dilemma. If we frighten people, they're going to start killing bees indiscriminately, especially the farmer. He'll be worried that his animals, his family will be in danger.
They'll burn the hives.
There'll be less and less bees.
Less and less food.
Suicide.
So what do we do?
I don't know. If that swarm enters New Orleans, the city noise alone will set them on a rampage. They will kill every living thing in sight. Your city morgue won't be big enough to cope with the results. Now, these Africans are different, not only chemically, but psychologically. They don't merely want to sting. They want to kill.
You looking for bees?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you sure come to the right place, Sheriff. I got a whole bunch in the backyard. They've been driving me crazy all day.
You mind if I take a look?
No, you go right ahead.
No, I mean from inside, the back door.
Oh, I don't know. The place is a mess. I've yet to do the dishes.
This could be an emergency, Miss Bryant.
Well, if you promise not to look close.
Thank you.
They've been out there for hours.
Could I use your phone, ma'am?
Of course.
Is that Jimmy?
Yeah.
Jimmy, go back! That you, Sheriff? It is. Be careful of these bees. Don't come this way. Go back!
See, Sheriff, you don't have to worry about these bees. You don't bother them, they don't bother you.
Thank you, Miss Bryant.
Them's not the bees you're looking for.
No, ma'am. I guess they're just bees. And you can thank the Lord for that.
We're closed.
Open the door.
We're closed.
Open the door.
The offices are closed.
Yeah, I know. Looking for the deputy mayor.
His name is Pellegrino.
You know him? Yeah, I know him.
We really have to find him.
What for? Who are you? I'm Pellegrino. Who are you? I'm Jeff Duran. I'm assistant medical examiner of the coroner's office. We have an emergency. Today?
What difference does today make?
Well, what kind of an emergency? It's about a swarm of killer bees. Killer bees? Take that stairway. I'm in 301.
Easy.
From the looks of the clothing and the general description, it could be that captain from the Carlina Rios.
Well, let's find out.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. Well, I'm just terribly sorry to disturb you at home. Oh, yes, sir. I can expedite it. All of it. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Goodbye. So we go with a clear procedure. It just so happens that we'd already set up for this particular situation anyway.
You mean someone in the government actually got a jump on this?
Yes, ma'am. Decisive action is very important in cases like this. Now, what I'll do is I'll get to working with the Department of Agriculture just as soon as I get all the facts straight and, of course, verify the source. Now, your name again is,
Jeanette Devereaux. I'm a graduate fellow in entomology at Tulane.
And you, sir?
Jeff Duran. I'm a research pathologist. I fill in on weekends and holidays.
You're the young man that turned in a report, but you're not actually a city coroner, are you?
No, sir.
Well, that could be a little problem there. Of course, I think I can take care of it. I'll just telex the appropriate authorities. Just as soon as I can, then we can get the proper authorization.
Now, hold it. Hold it just a second. What are you talking about, telex and proper authority?
Well, you don't seem to understand. You see, I just can't take this on myself.
What do you mean, can't? I think you better.
Now, wait a minute. Do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah. I'm talking to a damn fool civil servant whose idea of action is to sit on his
What do you want me to do? Run up and down a levee with a butterfly net in my hand? Let me tell you something, mister. Now, you want action? You go through the proper channels or you won't get it at all.
To see you, Sheriff. It's my Julie. She never come home from church. 6 hours now. I'm worried sick. Something's happened. I know something's happened.
Come on, Miss Comfort, get in.
You know something's happened.
No, ma'am, I didn't say that. Just come on and get in.
All right.
That's what we need.
Oh, now, wait a minute. We promised Rufus.
I know we promised Rufus. You know Rufus said about them bees, if they get in town, what they do?
We should give him a call.
Well, you
maybe
talk
he's
to him. You do what you
found
want. I
something.
want to talk to him. Do what you want.
Dr. Rufus Cowder, please.
Dr. Cowder.
Rufus, it's Janie. Nobody in the city government will do anything fast enough. Jeff thinks if we're going to get any kind of results at all, we ought to make some sort of a public announcement.
Jeannie, you mustn't do that. You promised me.
But I'm trying to tell you that Jeff is convinced that if we're going to get any kind of results at all, we've got to give the story to the television people. I'm beginning to think he's right.
Please, I've spoken to Jorge Mueller.
Richie, can you swing the camera down and set me up for an interview spot? Great. And tell the desk to monitor this. They may be interested in it.
Yes, I'll meet Mueller. Flight 8, Air Brazil. Do you really think he's got an answer?
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Ready? Here we go. This is Mary Gordon, sidelight on New Orleans. With me today is Dr. Wait a minute. Could you give me
Duran, Jeffrey Duran, Dr.
Dr. Jeffrey
Yes,
Duran.
ma'am.
Got it. Okay, here we go. This is Mary Gordon.
Rufus, I can't hear you.
With me today is the assistant medical examiner for the city of New Orleans, Dr. Jeffrey Durand. Dr. Durand has come up with a rather startling story. It concerns the approach to New Orleans of a swarm of...
Did this man introduce himself as a doctor?
I am
He
a
often
doctor.
does that. I suppose he's told you a lot about bees, too.
There are bees.
I really think you'd do better not to listen to what he says. Jeff, please, wait. Dr. Mueller is coming in town from Brazil tonight with a solution.
Are you sure?
No.
Cut it off. If those bees show up, head for the burner and get behind it.
Yes, Sheriff.
Can you light up that fast every time?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's fine. Now, we're going to form a line and move through this field. And nobody do any talking unless you got something to report. And don't panic at the sight of the first ladybug. And if we find whatever you find, don't touch anything until I get there. Is that plain?
Okay, yes, sir.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so Dr. Frankenstein is coming up from Rio to undo what he's already done. Maybe. I don't know, it's also strange. I feel like we're going nowhere. I'll tell you how I feel. I feel inept.
Yeah, well, me too.
Oh, you're the most apt person I know.
Yeah, that's a hell of a thing to say.
It wasn't meant as an insult.
Well, you should make it seem like one.
Oh, we're fighting again?
How can we be fighting? We're not even talking.
What are we doing, Janet? What are we doing?
Jeanette.
Jeanette.
Sorry, ma'am.
Sheriff?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Sheriff,
Miss Casio.
my husband, we can't find him anywhere. Just the tractor down by the bayou. Why, Albert wouldn't have it.
I'll get over there and take a look, ma'am.
Is it true what we hear about the bees?
Sheriff? Sheriff?
Pretty soon we're gonna run out of jobs.
Tell me about it. Well, at least you can call that Coast Guard lieutenant and tell him his men can have liberty. It's no rare disease. Just your standard death by bee sting.
Yeah. Yeah, sure, Sheriff.
McHugh? Yeah, all right.
Well, it's a 7-year-old girl that's on her way in. They headed out looking for another one.
When I took this job, I never thought there was gonna be overtime. How do you ever get into this line of work, huh?
Lucky, I guess.
We got his footprints here heading into the river. We can work from here down. The tide's going that way.
Did you see the bees? They pull out that air cleaner in the tractor?
I did.
You got any idea what you're gonna do if they come after us?
I do. I am going in that water, and I ain't coming up till I get to Pensacola.
On such short notice, Dr. Mueller. I think it's sort of nice the city gave you a welcoming parade. Don't mind my asking, what's in the case?
It is, I hope, the answer.
Steady, Sheriff. Press stop the sight. Right over there. Oh, come on, Sheriff. Them bees is fast asleep. Fine, I guess you want to wake them up.
Even in the water. In the water.
Slightest hole, they'll find it. That's one reason they go for the mouth. Some swarms of Africans have such venom that I believe a man can be killed by as few as 3 stings. As you know, this suit was made specially to my own design.
It's quite fantastic.
The normal netting cloth unit is pitifully inadequate. They sting right through. Well, now, my intention is quite simple. I shall enter the swarm.
Enter?
And I shall pick out the queen and replace her with a new queen. The new queen will gather the swarm around her, and when they hive and begin to breed, they'll eventually produce a new generation of hard-working, non-aggressive offspring.
Now, wait a minute. I thought you came up here to stamp out this swarm.
My dear Miss...
Jeanette Devereaux.
If you were to attack the swarm and kill the queen, it would simply disperse. These killer bees being genetically dominant, I believe, Dr. Carter, that just a few refugee bees in this center could mean the Africans would cover America by... as early as September.
Still there?
I told them they'd have to wait.
Gentlemen. How's it going?
Fair, I guess. We've been hearing things. Rumors, wives' tales.
Is there a bunch of killer bees loose in the parish?
That's right.
Where are they now?
Last place was near Casio's. After that, we're just guessing.
What are your plans?
There's a man who's come in from Brazil. He's going to do something with them.
We're talking about evacuation.
There's some hard decisions got to be made. People have to be taken care of.
I doubt if there's...
Because if those bees cut loose, everybody in this parish is going to go across that river at the same time. We thought that we ought to, you know...
Yeah, I know. And I'm willing to give you gentlemen of the council priority. Because when those bees cross that water, and they will cross it, I can't think of anybody I'd rather see standing on the opposite shore. Churn.
Yes, sir.
Show these gentlemen out the door. And if they don't disperse within 5 minutes, run them in for loitering.
Yes, sir. One of these days, McHugh, you're going to go too far.
I probably will. But it'll take a better man than you to tell me when that is.
can leave if you want.
Now, that's some entrance line. May I ask why I am being so singularly honored, sir? I'm sorry. I'm scared.
Well, why do you think I'm here? I had to go out and see McHugh and get organized for tomorrow about some crazy scheme I don't have the slightest faith in.
And you want to hold hands?
Something like that.
To a swarm of killer bees to bring you back.
It took seeing you again. To credit the bees if you want.
No, thank you. I refuse to be grateful to a bunch of bees.
Was that actually meant the way it came out? Warm and pleasant?
Yes.
Hello.
All right.
Anybody home?
No.
Evening.
My wife's mad at me, and the city council's gonna have my job. Now, what do you want?
I just want a cup.
Over there.
You want a drink?
No, thanks. Well, I just sent in another victim. Albert Casio. Farmer. Good man.
That red pen left there?
Maybe. Shouldn't be too far off. Dawn, they'll cross that bayou.
They will?
Yeah. There's a field planted in flower. It's on Hoomer Road. If I was a bee, that's where I'd go for breakfast. I'll start there in the morning.
You trying to think like a bee?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that's about 30 miles from B Center. I can heading straight for it. You know, it's like I almost knew it was there.
And my pa used to say there's good in every situation for somebody if you looked hard enough for it. I wonder what he'd say about this predicament.
Well, maybe it takes this sort of thing to get people thinking about other people. Everyone or everything being in the same boat.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Do you?
Yeah. You mean there ain't no damn bees gonna get the best of us?
Well, you really come up in the World War. Well, at least it was padded.
Good morning.
What's the good about it?
Just that, huh?
Hey, Jeff. I'd like you to meet Dr. Miller. Dr. Miller, this is Jeff Durand.
Doc. Yes, hello. Oh. Are we all here? Come a little closer. You each have radios, and you've been given the sectors you'll patrol, all right? Now, I'd like to urge you to be very careful of any undue noise. The Africans are extremely sensitive to vibration. In the event you are attacked, your vehicles are the safest place. But remember to close all vents instantly. Miss Devereaux and I will remain here in readiness for the sighting. I'll expect each of you to report every 15 minutes. Thank you.
This is McHugh, Homer Road. Nothing here. Sorry, Jeff.
This is Deputy Chern checking in. Natchez Road. Nothing here.
I don't see a thing.
It's Jeff, Dr. Carter. We're on Bohemia Road, and we got nothing.
Come on.
Give them time.
Time. In 1 hour, a bee can fly 10 to 15 miles. We're faced with a circle, which can get only larger and larger. Get in.
Well, it's not bees.
That's for sure. Think we should take a look?
This is McHugh. Jeff? Dr. Carter, have you got anything?
We just have a dead chicken, Sheriff, with a red cap on it.
Anything else nearby?
Oh, yeah, there's a strange symmetrical design in the grass.
Don't touch anything. It's all sacred. It's a veve.
What, Sheriff?
It's voodoo, Dr. Carter.
Anything special we should do?
Nothing. Leave it be. We need all the help we can get.
bees are in there.
We're out on Peninsula Road. There's a hot dog stand.
I know it. Go ahead.
The swarm is inside. Dr. Mueller says he wants all cars kept out of the area until he gives the word. He says he wants the roads blocked.
Will do.
Oh, please wait for the others.
No. You'll start the car and take me there. Close all the windows and all the vents. When I give you the signal, turn off the engine and coast as far as you can. I shall walk the rest of the way. You understand?
Yes.
Under no condition are you to get out of your car. Let's go.
Going towards the door.
What are the bees doing?
Not much. He told me they don't mind silver. It's the colors black and red that set them off.
Mardi Gras!
Hey, Phil!
Sure!
What do we do?
Sheriff said not to let anybody in there.
Now, I know that. You want to go after him?
No way. Call the sheriff.
You really think we ought to? I mean, what can he do anyway?
Well, I'll call him.
He's going inside now.
I'm hungry.
Jeff, somebody's here! Jeff, somebody's here!
Jenny?
Jeff, what do I do?
Stay in the car.
Get in, let's go!
Hey, bro, I'm hungry. Get back in your car.
Oh, please don't let this be happening.
Jenny? Can you hear me? Jenny? Talk to me.
The bees are all over the car. The windshield is covered. I can't, Jeff. What do I do?
Well, don't panic. The car's airtight. I'll think of something.
Yes?
Sheriff? How to get those flamethrowers?
We can't do that. The swarm would disperse. If they got to the bee center, we'd have killers all over the country. Maybe all over the world. As long as that swarm is viable, every bee will stay with it, so we gotta keep it together.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Well, you could freeze them.
What?
Freeze them. Bees become immobile at 45 degrees Fahrenheit. If you could drive that car somewhere,
Could drive it inside of a refrigeration plant or a packing plant.
No, that's no good. It can't already be cold. The bees hate the cold. They fly away. Wherever we go, it'll have to cool down after we get there. Also, it'll have to encompass the entire swarm. I mean, some of those bees are 50, 100 yards from the center of the swarm. Great idea, Rufus. I don't think there's anywhere in the world like I'm describing.
Hell, there isn't, Doctor. Aren't you a Saints fan?
A what? We'd have to drive the car right through the center of town. I mean, the noise, the motion, the bees would fly away. Hey, you're crazy. You haven't got a prayer.
Prayer's exactly what you have got. This is the quietest day of the year in New Orleans.
I don't understand.
It's Ash Wednesday, Doctor. Sheriff, call ahead. Jenny?
Yes?
How much gas you got?
About a quarter of a tank?
Okay. Now, don't open up anything. Don't turn your air conditioner on. Just start your engine. Turn up your radio for a minute. We want to get those bees mad at you.
Oh, God, I can hardly see.
Try your wipers. Drive, Jenny. 15 miles an hour. We'll escort you. You follow us. Can you do that?
I'll try. Where are we going?
We're going to Superdome. Attention, we have an emergency. Attention. You're in danger. You have 60 seconds to clear the street. Attention. Attention, we have an emergency. You're in danger. You have 60 seconds to clear the street. We'll bring you through a swarm of killer bees. We have an emergency. You're in danger. 60 seconds to clear the street. I repeat. Killer bees. Any loud noise can arouse them. Absolute quiet is necessary. Turn off all radios, all machinery, and get off the street. Close your doors and windows. Wait 10 minutes after we go by before resuming normal activity.
It's no joke.
Attention. Attention. We have an emergency. You are in danger. You have 60 seconds to clear the street.
Come on, get in here. Come on, right now, get in here.
We have an emergency. You are in danger. You have 60 seconds to clear the street. Get off the street. Attention. Attention. We have an emergency. You are in danger. You have 60 seconds to clear the street. We're coming through with a swarm of killer bees. I repeat, killer bees. Any loud noise can arouse them. Absolute quiet is necessary.
You're going just a bit too fast, Jenny. Slow down. We can't afford to lose one single bee.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Okay, love, that's fine.
Attention. Attention. We have an emergency. You are in danger. You have 60 seconds to clear the street. I repeat, clear the street. Attention. You are in danger. You have 60 seconds to clear the street. We are coming through with a swarm of killer bees. I repeat, killer bees.
We're almost there. I'm going ahead to get the door open.
doing?
Lousy. I never thought I'd be this scared of my life.
Yeah, well, hang in there. I can't say everything I want to say over an open mic.
Yeah, I know. And... Oh!
What happened?
Well, it's the engine. I think I'm running out of gas. I think I'm running out of gas. I don't think it...
Well, downshift into lower gear.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little better.
I'm almost there, Jenny. Hang on. It's not much longer now.
Jeff, it's stopping. Oh.
Get out, Phil. Run to the other car. Jenny, I'm coming around. I'm gonna push you now, Jenny.
Oh. Jeff, I can't see anymore. I can't.
I'll tell you which way to turn. Out straight ahead now. You got it, hon. Straight ahead. All right, now, turn to left.
Oh, Jeff.
All right, now, Jenny, go to your right a little now. I'll tell you, you got it, girl. Go on straight ahead.
All right, let's open the door.
Open the door.
We're at the dome.
Close it.
Now, wait.
Hold it.
Wait for stragglers. Make sure they're all inside.
Okay, left now, Jenny.
Okay.
All right, hon, just hold on now.
Oh, God. Oh.
All right, close the door.
Close it. Is the cooling system up to full?
Yes, sir.
61 degrees. We want it down to 45 degrees. Can you do that?
I don't know, Sheriff. Well, that's all we can do.
That temperature's going down now. Just hang on. Hold on, Jenny. Just a couple of minutes longer. Hold on.
God, I can't breathe.
Hold on.
There's no air.
Hold on.
Oh, please, God. Oh, God.
Is there any lag in the readout?
I don't know. Never got it this cold before.
Oh, Jeff, help. Oh, please help. I can't. Oh, please. Please, Jeff. Oh, help me. Jeff.
Jenny? Jenny?
I sure do want to thank you,